Welcome to Brainworms. Guys, we got a decent lineup today, including these cheeks. Also, we're using the gooseneck mic right now because I had it set up for an Instagram skit, and I like long phallic-shaped items near my mouth when I record. It relaxes me. As always, I have the segments time-stamped down below, and if you appreciate your time here today, all I ask is that you come back again for another one, and maybe hit press that motherfucking like button and subscribe if you haven't. Let's get right into it.
Today I'll be tattooing my eyes again, cutting a bunch of skin off my forehead, removing a bunch more flesh from my forearm, and maybe some other fun stuff. But first, I have to get to the final fitting of my wedding suit.
Nice. And I ordered a pair of these to complete the look.
With that out of the way, it's time for my body mod appointment. So let's get right into it. We're gonna start by touching up my eyeballs. I'm here with the artist himself, Luna Cobra. What's up, guys? Well, that was as scary as ever, but I can still see, so I think we're good. We added a little bit of ink to my inner eyes. Next up, we're gonna start peeling some strips of flesh off my forehead. We just finished the scarification. Sorry, I've got to cover up the gore, but we decided we're not gonna work on my forearm. Instead, we're gonna cut off the top of my left ear. Thanks for cutting me up, man.
My pleasure.
Took me a while to get cleaned up after all that, but yeah, as you can see, part of my ear is missing. Don't worry, I still have the pieces, just not connected to me anymore. And no, I haven't been licking lollipops. We actually started my tongue tattoo. That one will need a couple more sessions before it's done, and we'll probably throw some other crazy colors in there. But as you can probably guess, most of what we filmed today can't be posted here, but you can find it soon on another one of my pages.
That was a lot to process. This is a successful Instagram personality, Sean Gantz. He's come up on my feed in the past with some decent, like, construction content. He was like building stuff off grid, and I don't know, he's good at delivering dialogue to the camera. And I saw a couple of videos from him, I mean, years ago in the past that I thought were quite cool. He almost has like a Deadpool vibe going on the way he talks. But recently, he's apparently just been mutilating himself, which is mildly concerning. Now, I'm obviously a fan of tattoos. My ears have been mildly stretched since I was in my 20s. I understand the desire for these types of things, but I've always been deliberate about not pushing it to the point where it consumes me or becomes my personality. This is just me personally. Some people, however, have a deep, unquenchable thirst to modify themselves, and no matter what they do, it's just never enough, to the point where you're truly disfiguring yourself in this case. To me, that looks like mental illness, or even like a deeply insecure and damaged soul that has adopted this extreme lifestyle as a coping mechanism that seeks constant reinvention of self as this perpetual escape from what lies underneath all the modifications. That's just kind of like my knee-jerk armchair analysis. It's probably deeper than that, but once you're cutting your ear off for fun, you've lost the plot. Therapy is probably cheaper. Well, he might be right, but have you ever actually been billed for a therapy hour? That shit is not cheap, but I imagine it probably costs an arm and a leg to get your ear taken off. You see what I did there. In addition to self-mutilation, Sean's also a man of many talents, as you can see here.
The IRS, $50,000 by April 15th. On top of the $60,000 I already paid them. And what's all that money going to get used for? Who knows? But it is my responsibility, and I'm happy to pay it. If nothing else, it's a nice reminder that I did pretty well last year. But to help shoulder the burden of this tax bill, my fiance is going to have to take one for the team. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Jason Love's number, but we did find a very lovely couple here in Texas.
I'm Victoria Litt.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're all going to play a game of wife swap. That's a wrap. Good work, everyone. Round of high fives. Woo! Nice job.
Big thank you to Victoria and Ethan. I suppose a post-game interview is in order. How'd you enjoy yourself?
It was good.
I had fun.
Definitely going to need to call housekeeping
enthusiastic
before either one of us get back in that bed, though. If you'd like to see the results of today's activities, I'm sure you can figure out where to look. And remember, you'll be helping a man pay his outstanding debts. Now, as part of our agreement, I must take Lamar on a date to her favorite sushi spot. To swinging. Cheers.
Wow, you let some dude plow your wife to pay your debt. Dude. Listen, let's not be so quick to judge, right? It's not easy finding someone willing to reassign your forehead flesh and cut your ear off as cosmetic flair. That obviously isn't cheap, and it's probably difficult to monetize given social media's strict monetization policy. So the next logical thing is obviously recording a stranger cojones deep in your fiance. Jokes aside, though, given the extreme nature of the first video we watched, it's not really a surprise that he's got a girl that's in the OF business, and this is kind of the lifestyle they lead. I'm not here to judge that. I am judging a little bit. I'm more concerned with the scarification of his forehead, I think he called it. Yeah, brother, I'm sorry. I liked your construction videos, but you've completely lost me. That's full brainworms right there. Gramps up next. In New Jersey, this man was arrested for throwing ice on the ground and then simulating a fall to sue. Poor bastard is such a boomer. He just doesn't know that every single place ever has cameras. Here we go. That was the worst acting ever. The fall took 3 business days. That's good shit. I would have loved to be in court when they played this back. Absolutely remarkable. I just imagine being 70 and trying to pull some shit like this. I don't need to know anything else about this man to know that he has spent his entire time on earth being an opportunistic slime bucket, wasting his life away concerned with worldly pleasures. Probably a burden to all those that know him personally. An unremarkable existence, quite frankly, that will be immediately forgotten the second a stress-related cardiac event lands him 6 feet in the dirt. Whatever you are doing in this moment as a viewer should be a direct effort related to never ending up like this sad asshole in your later years. I hope this dude got absolutely embarrassed in his community. I also hope you guys don't get embarrassed by having shitty earphones, which is why today's video sponsor Raycon is here to help with that. Let's hear about them and then we'll get right back to it. It's March, spring is peaking, the birds are screeching, people are out and about, the noise level is on the rise, which is why I like to carry my happy place around in my pocket with me. You see, when I pop these Raycon everyday earbuds in with active noise cancellation capable of drowning out most of the maddening sounds in the world, it's a blissful, high-quality listening experience on my terms. Whether it's metal during a workout, classical while I research, the choice is mine, and their latest model is a banger. 32 hours of battery life, a quick charge function, and an incredible price point for earbuds with active noise cancellation, practically half the price of other premium audio brands. They are feature-rich with optimized gel tips that are comfortable and stay so snug and cozy in place you never have to worry about them falling out, and they can connect to multiple devices simultaneously. They're practical and perfect for everyday use. I keep a pair in my office and one in my car for when I'm smashing golf balls at the range or at home. If you haven't tried them yet, I believe you're gonna love them. And they'll also make a great affordable gift for someone you care about. So go to buyraycon.com/LeonLush and get 20% off the best-selling everyday earbuds from Raycon. That's a killer deal for a killer product. That's buyraycon.com/LeonLush for 20% off your very own pair. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you.
That's why he won. People like you. That's why he won. That is why he won.
Just a classic subway political argument.
Chill, bro.
You're okay with that? He's a racist.
I'm okay. How can I be
He's a
racist, bro?
racist. If you fucking voted for Trump, you're a racist. He's a racist.
How can I be racist?
No, he's not.
Doesn't watch the news.
You realize he was a
I'm
Democrat.
highly educated.
Oh, are you? Then why are you wearing that hat?
So there's like a Latino looking dude wearing a MAGA hat, and of course white woman is not cool with that.
Alright, well, this is my stuff. I hope you enjoy the hat.
Oh, goes for the grab. Down goes Frazier. I don't care who your political heroes or enemies are. Anytime you get riled up over a bit of merchandise to the point you face plant on a subway sidewalk during a failed theft attempt, that's going to be funny every single time. One more time for posterity, please. Give me that hat. No, you can't wear it. Give me that. Give me that hat. Oh, no. Get back here. Get back here with that hat. Oh, fucking idiot. God, the internet truly is the gift that keeps on giving, man. People just have no chill. Here's a classic, CVS shoplifting attempt.
What?
Open the door.
Security filmed shoplifters on video leaving CVS without paying for their items. One of them threatened to call police while committing a crime.
Don't touch me. You don't have the right to touch me.
Huh.
Don't knock on my kids. I'm gonna call
Kids
police.
what? Call him. Call him.
You
Call him. Call
can't
him.
touch me though.
Call him then.
Wait, she goes, on my kid, I'm about to call the police. This is great. I love this because you're actually committing a crime and then you're threatening to call the police on the guy who, you know, nope. I'm just going to let this one run.
Whoa.
Good. Put that down.
This shit is crazy. Listen, there's probably a lot you could say about this video, but all I'm saying is shoplifters are getting a little too comfortable. You know what I mean? You should at least have to be mildly athletic or required to spend even an ounce of brain power planning ahead. This whole, like, let's just walk into stores, load up carts with stuff, and walk out because no one's going to do anything is absolute crazy work. Make prosecuting shoplifters great again. This shit's got to stop. This dude backflipping to get my attention. Lit, bro. Are you in a club with a cutoff? This guy came up to me and backflipped for what? He got so mad when he noticed the camera at the end. Dude really thought her panties were gonna fall off from that. I love that. Granted, like, backflipping, mildly impressive, right? Probably bringing more to the table than some other dudes that came up to this chick, but that whole scene just looks awful. It's hard to believe I was young enough once to maybe be in a situation where I would think that was fun. There are two types of people in this world. People that get to an age where you finally realize that going to the club is a worse fate than death, and people that spend their entire life going to clubs. I pray that when you reach that fork in the road in life, you take the righteous path.
That you want? What you looking for?
Well, I see those Balenciagas on that back wall there. Right, you're...
Yeah.
Whoa.
We don't even need to look at it. We just ready to go. You got the sizes?
Alright, so if I don't want to buy you this, then what?
Then, like, it's a wrap. Like...
So you won't me if I don't buy you?
No, I'm not, because, like, no, it's not okay. I like all of it. I'm ready to go.
Alright, I don't know if you can see right here, my man.
Seems like a quality broad.
He doesn't even care. You can just put on the
47.
$47.90.
You think you deserve that?
Of course. Really,
But you ain't
really.
even want to with me until you seen what type
That's
of car I
not
was
true.
in.
I told you, we talked about this
No,
already.
but what I'm saying is
I was
you just
having a bad day.
But you just told me when I was sitting over there that you wouldn't with me
Because,
if I didn't
like,
buy
why
it.
would you f***ing try to, like, tease me? Like,
You can pay for shit on your own.
no.
You pay for your own. Have a good day, bro.
I'm not. Like, we're not doing this.
Nah, it is what it is. I'm going.
Excuse me, can you, like, do something? Like, the card?
Nah, ain't no card.
Are you serious, London? Like, you cannot just leave like that. Like, you need to pay.
I'm not paying for what you
Like,
need
dude,
to pay.
you need to pay.
You want to get this girl,
Like,
bro?
no, he literally, like, you need to pay the bill.
Anytime I see videos like this, just the thought of, you know, putting effort into making such a like this piece of shit 45-second video is truly beyond my level of comprehension. Like, pulling a fast one on a gold digger type of content. I know it's popular among certain demographics. Never scratched my itch, but, like, was the clerk in on it? You know, it was obviously a skit. There was no punchline. It wasn't funny. If the clerk wasn't in on it, then that's just relentlessly obnoxious. If he was in on it, there's still not really a single redeeming quality to it. Maybe the 0.5 seconds we got to see that absolutely massive ass cheek barely covered by a tattered denim. Right. That's a stretch. But beyond that, 0 out of 10. Yes. Tesla dashcam footage. Been seeing a lot of this lately. Man sticks his hand up his arse to wipe it on a Cybertruck. I mean, phenotype checks out. Yes, let's wipe my gooch sweat on a car that is known for having cameras all over it without even covering my face. Been seeing a lot of these videos popping up lately from pretty unhinged people. Again, I don't care who your political heroes or anti-heroes are, but if you're out vandalizing strangers' $40,000 to $100,000 vehicles because a person associated with the company that makes that vehicle upsets you, you're just mercilessly lacking brain cells and should sterilize yourself with a cattle prod to save the world from any potential offspring that might continue carrying your dumbass genes into the future. Billionaire bad, let me light a stranger's car on fire. Truly a higher order level of thinking. Heyo. It's 2025, why are we still vaping on planes? Vaping on planes is strictly illegal under federal law. I mean, if I saw that in real life, I would probably just laugh. But vaping on a plane is just classic toddler behavior. At least go to the bathroom or, like, make some effort to be discreet. Adults with vapes just look like babies with binkies, honestly. There's not many things less cool than a grown-ass adult sucking on a USB stick to placate themselves with blueberry crush flavored water vapors. If you need nicotine, just pop in a Zyn Upper Decker, for Christ's sake. I'm begging you. Or if you're not on a plane, just smoke a cigarette. At least that was cool for a couple of decades. Sick vape, bro. Did you get the firmware update on that just came out last Wednesday? Here we go. Thumbnail material.
Merci beaucoup, mais j'avais demandé un frappuccino. Hein.
Ah, pardon.
Oh, merci. Wow. Merci beaucoup.
The rage bait content that ultimately exists to market these hoes OF pages is getting more and more frequent. Seems to pop up a lot and then it goes like viral on X or whatever. It makes good business sense, I guess, for these hoes. On one side, you have your NSFW content where strangers on the internet can pay to watch you fill all your holes up with phallic-shaped household items while they pleasure themselves in a dimly lit spare room. 18 plus, of course. And on the other side, you build your brand on family-friendly social media apps doing overtly sexual things that are just safe enough to skirt policy enforcement, but lewd enough to get everyone to call you a hoe in the comments, which increases your visibility for your post. And now you've built yourself kind of the perfect marketing funnel for a demographic of men that inexplicably will pay to see you do things that they could see millions of other women do for free with a simple web search. Makes little sense to me, but apparently the business model is a very lucrative one, so I understand why they do it, ignoring any arguments for morality and modesty, of course. That's a whole separate conversation. Classic social experiment. The second you label something a social experiment on Instagram, I don't even need to see it. I instantly hate it. So he's doing what, like the I'm gonna light myself on fire prank? Yeah. This happened not that long ago outside of the Capitol building or something. There was a dude who was a political extreme activist of sorts, and he lit himself on fire in front of some... I forget exactly where it was. I've always gotten kind of a kick out of that, to be honest. I'll see takes from people online that are like on his side of the fence, political activists, and like, oh, he's a martyr, and like, this is how you draw attention to whatever, and I'm just kind of like... Sick, bro. Cool. You actually lit yourself on fire, cooked yourself, possibly one of the worst ways you can go out, and then in like 72 hours later, you're just a forgotten headline and everyone else is on to the next thing, as we always are. In this guy's case, when you're trying to be cheeky and like label it as a social experiment to get clout on the internet, I almost wish that he accidentally lit himself on fire. That would be a cool social experiment. Like I was trying to do a prank, but whoops-a-daisy, I became a martyr for a shitty Instagram video. But we live in an imperfect world, so we can't always get our wish. Here's an absolute classic to round things up. Idiot! You guys know my disdain for cyclists. There was actually an argument of like, whose fault was it here? And if there was even a nanosecond of time where you watched this video and thought the truck was at fault at all, you're as brain dead as the cyclist. Like, what are you even trying to do? Like, you see him turning. I just can't slowly brake, wait for him to go by, go around him. Yeah, that's just insane behavior. You know that cyclist got up and started like punching the truck too and trying to blame it on the truck. You know that he did. You know it. It's how it goes every time. Absolute fucking brainworms. If you guys see something worthy, submit at brainworms.com. We'll see if we can't feature it in a future episode. I appreciate all the submissions so far. Thank you guys for watching and giving me a little bit of your time each week. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. If you could do me a favor, hip thrust that motherfucking like button before you go. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.